Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Gemini, January 8, 2023. Yesterday's full moon is revealing and romantic, and it occurs in your sign. It puts you in the spotlight. You are in demand. You can encounter feelings you've brushed aside, buried, or otherwise ignored. There has been more attention to your relationships recently, and if this has been to the point of imbalance, circumstances now remind you to take care of your own emotional needs. There is a willingness to entertain new ideas and others' perspectives. Knowing what's in your heart is empowering, even if you don't yet have a plan set in stone for going after what you want. Let time tell and allow things to unfold naturally rather than succumb to pressure. The most important full moon of the year has arrived for you. It quite literally has your name on it. As the full moon rises above your head in the sky, it will highlight your solar houses of identity, your zodiac sign, and tell you to embrace your authenticity and personal power. It could also bring a turning point to a relationship, as the sun stands across the sky from you. Focus on what makes you happiest and know how you'd like your personal and romantic life to prosper and grow in the year to come. Don't sit back and wait for things to manifest. Stand like a ruler. Look at how far you have come in such a short amount of time. The last 6 months have helped you become a more mature professional. You may have worked on making a better first impression, having a stage presence in your workplace, or improving your overall confidence. Now that the domicile full moon is in your sign today, you might feel a little emotional as you reflect on your self-improvement from this lunar cycle. Just know that you are allowed to mourn your old self while embracing this newer, more mature version of yourself. In the lead up to the moon's return to your income sector tomorrow and the first chance to check in on the income side of the financial fence, the focus is still on the other side. Still in her early days in your financial sector, and after a friendly aspect to the moon over the last few days, Venus' friendly aspect to the dwarf planet Ceres is giving your financial confidence a further boost. Structure in your health habits will be important to maintain during the next few weeks. Pattern your behavior one day upon the next, adhering to a basic program. Your program must include a very good night's rest, a minimum of 8 large glasses of water each day, and a great deal of fresh produce in your diet. This is not a lot to do for your body, considering how much it does for you without complaint. But if your body does complain, be sure to take it seriously. Family is the focus on a day such as this. Put aside the things you know can wait until tomorrow. If you continue to put work first, you may eventually realize that because of your stubbornness and rigid work ethic, your family has grown up while you were at the office. Make some time in your busy schedule to show your loved ones the same degree of dedication and loyalty that you show your boss. Keep your priorities in mind. The moon is going all out to make its first visit to Cancer for the year count. With no planetary activity in your sign until Mars' return in March and at the halfway point in this current solar year, this is creating the full moon that comes with an opportunity for a reset. As the moon clashes with the sun in your relationship sector, this will put a balance between your personal and relationship needs to the test, but at the same time is making those needs more transparent. Mercury, the planet of communication, is on hand to not only ensure the communication lines are open but can give the past and unsaid words a voice. Yesterday's full moon in Cancer falls right in the heart of the sun's month-long visit to your relationship sector, and as is always the case, this can put a balance between your personal and relationship needs to the test. Fortunately, you not only have Mercury, the planet of communication, in your relationship sector, but in retrograde motion is on hand to give your relationships, the past and unsaid words, a voice. Our eyes in the sky. Cancer moon brings all of its emotions to our consciousness. We are releasing old feelings as we move into a new year, and we could have a lot of tears to shed. It might hurt while we're doing it, but the process of letting go and managing one's heart means embracing such growing pains in order to move forward in life. You must react calmly to any jibes or provocation from the people you know. If you feel deceived, be careful in whom you confide. You tend to weigh each word too carefully and overreact to the slightest criticism. You should deal only with those who don't take your mood too seriously and know how to handle it. Resting will make you feel better. Personal relationships don't always run according to plan. Turbulent situations crop up again and again, requiring all your energy. Smaller arguments and conflicts seem to be pre-programmed. Keep calm and deal with this turmoil in a relaxed fashion. It doesn't have to be a spa package. If health is what you're longing for, even just a long hot bath, relaxing music, and a good book can do the trick. It's time for you to focus on your health and learn to weigh up healthy choices against the potential damage caused by overeating, alcohol consumption, and smoking. In the morning, the Cancer moon squares off with Chiron in Aries, forcing a confrontation with suppressed pain. We obviously don't want to go about our lives feeling weak or vulnerable. So, when we encounter triggering situations, we are more likely to bypass them, ignore them, or claim we will address them later when we are in a better place. The issue is that we cannot get to the better place without having the necessary confrontation. By putting it off, we continue to perpetuate the cycle of trauma. Today, acknowledge the wound. You may not be able to resolve it now, but at least you won't do yourself a disservice by sweeping it under the rug. You're feeling vulnerable and it is easy for somebody to mislead you, so be careful to avoid making any hasty decisions. It's certainly better to put your energies into things which give you pleasure but don't wear you out. Otherwise, unintended actions simply lead to you becoming weary and exhausted. Go along with any sympathetic suggestions your partner makes. Mid-afternoon, the Cancer full moon brings to fruition intentions set during the December 23rd Capricorn new moon. The enterprising new moon brought goals for the new year into focus. Yet yesterday's full moon communicates that magic cannot be made manifest in the external world without equal priority being given to our emotional well-being. Self-mastery is not only about negotiating reality, but about listening to our intuition and instincts. At this time, we realize that our feelings are not a threat to our success. They are an invaluable barometer for personal safety and security while navigating experience. Yesterday's full moon asks us to return to our personal center, reminding us that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength. The moon additionally sextiles Uranus in Taurus, intimating that serendipitous encounters will facilitate important wake-up calls. Progress and advancement have different definitions depending on who we talk to. Ultimately, it is up to us to choose the path that will engender our own happiness, even if it is an unorthodox one. The moon also opposes retrograde Mercury, suggesting that reflection and introspection are a better use of our time than explaining our logic to others now. You owe no one an explanation for your choices.